Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Soul here to improvise a reaction to some of WoW's latest news. Sorry, Diablo folks, for putting you through this, but the 10.1.5 patch has just been officially announced. It's going to come out on the week of July 11th. Told ya. So pretty much, as we're going through this nice little XP boost and rep boost event, once that's over, we can jump right into like some new content with new dungeons and other stuff. And so what I'm going to do today is highlight some of my favorite things, because there are a lot of things that are coming in this patch, but maybe some of the things that I mentioned here, you might not have heard them before, or they'll just kind of remind you, oh, that's right, that one thing is coming out. There's a new freaking specialization coming out for World of Warcraft. So let's start off with that. Evokers are coming there. Well, Evokers are here, obviously, but they're coming with a new specialization, the Augmentation spec, which is a more like a DPS spec, but it's going to have this very support sort of vibe. It's going to be wild and crazy, and I'm very glad that it's coming mid-season as opposed to it coming like at the start of the season when balance is whatever Blizzard makes it out to be. Along with that, I'm also glad that they're going to come out with a new mega dungeon, the Dawn of the Infinite. We're going to explore all this timey-wimey stuff with Nozdormu and Chromie and their friends and enemies and buddies and what have you. It's going to be a big one. This one, from what I've seen and heard, that it's meant to be a bit tougher than your regular mega dungeon, that this is supposed to involve coordination equating to that of raids, so good luck folks who are trying to pug that sort of content. But we can expect all sorts of wild rewards coming from that, including this quantum gear that may turn into different sorts of transmog, quantum mounts that may turn into mounts that are from World of Warcraft's past. So that stuff is bound to be absolutely crazy. It's not just big things that are happening though, there are smaller things too, and I'm kind of going off this list that I sort of threw together here. Little things like your Hearthstone. Those are going to become toys that can be activated now. All you have to do is just use them in your inventory, ta-da, and then you can finally get rid of that stuff. Now, you're still going to have your regular old Hearthstone, but of course, if you want to just throw that into your bank and use it as a toy, that's totally fine. But the Garrison and the Dalaran Hearthstone, those are going to become straight up toys. And once you turn them into a toy, they're no longer going to be usable from your bags. Just get rid of those, use it from the toy box, and then you're good to go there. Kalimdor Racing is going to be the first stage of a lot of big changes that are going to come, with what's tantamount going to be dragon riding coming to pretty much all of the World of Warcraft. Every expansion is eventually going to have free will in dragon riding, and you'll be able to use different sorts of mounts that, it's not just going to be like the regular dragon riding mounts. It's going to be eventually, a whole bunch that share that same sort of model and skeleton. One step at a time, though, the first thing that we're going to get in 10.1.5 is going to be Kalimdor Racing. It was a lot of fun when I tried it out. It is going to be a limited time event, and what we can expect to have in the coming, I guess, weeks or months or patches, I suppose, is that we're going to have like, hey, there's going to be a 2-week event where we're racing in Kalimdor, try to get the best time. And then it may rotate to, okay, now we're going to Outland or Pandaria or freaking Shadowlands or Draenor. So it's going to be racing through space and time. And that ought to be a lot of fun. Leveling changes are going to come as well. Allied races are just a free-for-all. You could just, hey, you want to make a Mechanum? Go ahead and do it. The quest line to unlock them, like those are still there if you want to do them, but they're no longer required anymore. Just go ahead and select it. Cool. And you want to be a Mechanum? Be level 20. Same goes for all the other allied races. As you're leveling as well, mount training is now free. It's just something that you're going to get along with, it's kind of like what you used to get with, hey, I leveled up, I'm going to gain these new abilities, kind of like how it is now. But now we're also going to get mount training, including master riding. So the 5K that you used to spend, don't got to spend that anymore. So very nice. There's also something else that I'm sure top-end players will be really happy about. There's going to be a new myth level sort of gear that applies to, mythic and higher gear, 441 and higher. Well, they'll be able to upgrade it all the way to I believe 447. That's going to allow certain keys to have a bit more life to them rather than them feeling dead. Same thing goes for the mythic gear that dropped. It's not going to feel nearly as useless because they'll be able to upgrade it to that higher level. Time Rifts are going to be a new event that happens in the middle of Thaldrazis. The purpose of this is to get you more rewards. There are tons of different bits of transmog. There's mounts that come from that. All you got to do is show up, wipe everything out. Think of it kind of like community feasts, but a lot more violent. So it's going to be, like I said, a lot of running around, killing things, getting rewards. At the end, you dive into a portal, you fight one more big bad guy, turn in some quests, get some reputation and whatnot. It should be cool. Transmog tracking is what happens with transmog tracking, and I'm sorry that I'm not really showing this in game, is that you'll be able to go into your appearance menu and you'll be able to shift click your transmog, and in some, not every case, but in some cases, if it's linked to a quest, if it's linked to a specific drop from a boss, you'll be able to track it just like a quest, and you can click on it and it'll direct you where to go. It's very, very cool. Again, it doesn't apply to everything though, notably not with world drops. So for that, you still want to rely on sources like Wowhead, add-ons, like all the things to try to track where those things are. But it should very much simplify certain processes when you're trying to maximize and fill out your collections. There's going to be a repair button. Yay! There's going to be Yay! There's going to be an auto repair. I'm sorry, it's not a repair all. It's a sell all trash button. Sorry about that. There's going to be a sell all trash button, so people who are just getting into making add-ons, unfortunately, that's not a thing to make anymore. WoW is finally picking it up on their own. There's going to be a lot of Warlock pet customizations. Through unlocks, Warlocks will be able to access being able to change their pets, their Fellhounds, their Imps, and I think one or two other things into different forms via Barbershop. Very cool. There's going to be a Siege of Orgrimmar skip. This one is very easy. All you got to do is walk in, locate Lore Walker Cho. There is a kind of a scroll that he's standing next to. You click on it, it'll instantly take you to the final boss. Now, if you want to do a full clear, you're going to have to exit the raid and do it all over again. You can't just go backwards. It's just going to shoot you all the way to the end, and that's it. And then finally, there's going to be this legacy. There's going to be a bunch of recipes that will be accessible in different instances, such as Naxxramas, Wailing Caverns, Dire Maul, for the purpose of course, making money, unlocking more transmog recipes, filling out collections, and that's kind of it. A lot of stuff that's coming in 10.15, including tons of class changes and a whole bunch of other things that I didn't mention, but I just wanted to talk about my favorites, and that's all I want to say right now. So I hope that this is exciting you. It's exciting me because, hey, this is coming pretty soon, and it's a lot of stuff. So let me know what you think. Leave a like, follow, subscribe, whatever. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.